Boxing reporting that Erickson Lubin could be facing Jesus Ramos on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez and Charlo, which is a really, really good fight. You would like to see the fight for something, for an actual belt, but obviously Charlo jumping up 2 weight classes in this WBO belt is going to Tim Tszyu, rightfully so. You hear him bitching and complaining about Tim Tszyu getting the belt. Tim Tszyu been waiting 2 years. I mean, what you supposed to do? Now, also, you heard Terrence Crawford say that if Charlo come back down, get his belt from Tim Tszyu, then no. So it don't sound like Terrence Crawford trying to fight Tim Tszyu either. He did 1,000 interviews, but I think it was one he did on Earn Your Leisure, maybe said that, or I think that's the one I seen that he may have said that shit. He said that shit on. So I can't remember the interview, but he said that. I think it was Earn Your Leisure because I watched it today. So it don't sound like he too open to fighting Tim Tszyu. So like I continue to say, man, Tim Tszyu might be more trouble than he worth right now, trying to get somebody in the ring. But well, that's a good fight. Ramos looked really, really big for 154 pounds. He gonna be favored in this fight. Has he stepped up and fought a fighter's caliber, Erickson Lubin? No. Lubin just basically fought at 160 versus Luis Arias, and you know Lubin is a fighter that was groomed by fire. You know, he was groomed by fire. Wasn't no great matchmaking. He got in there with any and everybody, and that's what a lot of promotional companies fear. If you match some of these guys tough, then you fuck up the money, knock all the signing rings out that ass. It's another tough fight. Ramos just disposed of Joey Spencer. Looked way bigger than Joey Spencer. Abel Ramos looking like a whole super middleweight when he get in there. You know, like I said before, I would love to see Lubin bounce back and get a title shot. This fight should be for a title, but obviously, I think, Charlo, I don't understand why these guys went undisputed and feel like they got to hold up divisions. For what? You got undisputed. It's not a dispute if you're going to sit at the weight class and not move up like you're supposed to. Pick a belt, keep the lineal, defend it. That's what I don't understand. What you want to hold four belts for, and you got to pay 2%, 1.5% on each belt. In some cases, some of these dudes paying a whole 3% for holding every belt. Ain't no proration going on. I know that ain't a word. I know it ain't. They ain't prorating shit. You know. So that's the wild thing about it. But at the end of the day, man, that's another tough crossroad type of fight for Lubin. And that fight, in a lot of fans' opinion, if he loses it, is going to make him a true gatekeeper. So it's a lot of risk involved in that. And Ramos is being groomed nicely. Not to be confused with his cousin or uncle Abel Ramos. Ramos is it's got a nice little resume he putting together. And he a real problem too. And Lubin gonna be on this P's and Q's because Ramos can crack. And they moving him real fast. Excuse me. They moving him real fast. So, in my opinion, dude, it's like, did that spit come back down? Ugh. Whatever that was. But yeah, they moving him real fast, bro. And in my opinion, man, it's gonna be a barn burner. I don't know if it's per se the co-feature, but it's gonna be a barn burner, and I definitely could see it going either way. But what Lubin gonna have to do is Lubin gonna have to beat him with speed and lateral movement. He gonna have to press him backwards. He gonna have to keep him off balance in that fight. Don't try to worry about sledge and hammer. Don't try to worry about none of that shit. You just need to worry about touching them and keeping them off balance, changing the speeds of the punches every now and again, and keeping them off balance. That's what I would do. That man like to come forward, take his time, and then when he got you in the corner, he like to run the combinations. He throw hard shots. His shots ain't the fastest, but they flow well. And Jesus Ramos. So Lubin got to keep that jab pumping so them combinations can't get off, and he got to just keep them off balance. Sometimes push him backwards, Sometimes, you know, step over, give him an angle, run, throw combinations. Some one of the ways you can beat a combination puncher. Everybody think, you know, throwing one or two counter shots or catching and shooting or throwing with them is the only way. Sometimes to be the counter puncher is the out counter. I mean, a combination puncher is the out combination his ass where he can't throw no punches. And I think that's what Lubin got to do. I think Lubin got to throw shots in 3, 4, or 5s. You know, if you pushing them backwards, you know, throw combinations 3, 4, 5. You stepping over, run 2, 3, 4, 5. Work up and down, and then critical thing other than using that jab is banging Ramos' body. You know, if I'm throwing hard shots, I'm ripping the body. The one thing about it is you don't want to be throwing the body shots and moving backwards versus Ramos. If you're throwing the body shots and moving, probably just a good jab to the body. That's probably what you're looking for. But I think Lubin, you just got to push him back some. Some other times he got to step over, keep his jab pumping, keep the combinations rolling, work the body. That's what he got to do. And what Ramos going to do is try to break Lubin. He's going to try to get Lubin and stop in the corner, get cornered, get in the corner. He's going to try to run combinations on Lubin, push Lubin back. And, you know, at some point, Lubin got to get his respect with his power. But I think Lubin will be okay if he just get his respect with combination punches, jab, speed, and hard body shots. That's what I would think. I would just say, I tell Lubin, touch him upstairs and just box him. Box him. If you're going to throw some hard shit, throw the hard shit to the body. But Ramos going to try to jab him. Ramos going to use intelligent pressure. And when he get Lubin pinned on the ropes, he going to run combinations. He going to believe in his chin over Lubin's chin. But for him to run them combinations, you know, Lubin either got to be trying to go blow for blow with him, not throwing his jab, or he got to be stationary and pent up in the corner. One or the two. So it's gonna be a real interesting match. But you know, I would just, if I'm him, I just keep throwing it. I keep that, you know, if I'm Ramos, you guys gotta win the battle with the jabs. Ramos gonna touch that body. Ramos gonna use intelligent pressure, and then Ramos gonna believe 6 and back. That's where you're gonna try to get Lubin up out of there and separate itself. So with Lubin, you know, you want to set the tone where, you know, you want to win as many rounds as you can, but you want to win as many rounds in the first half of that fight. Set the tone, and then, you know, he's gonna try to come out with an adrenaline rush about 6, 7, 8 rounds, especially in championship rounds if it's close or he's a little bit behind. So that's where that jab is gonna have to be important, and that front foot game gonna have to be important. When he trying to make that crusade towards the end of the fight to get you out of there or win the fight, separate itself, that jab and pushing them backwards, that's gonna be the difference. That's gonna be the difference. That jab and pushing them backwards. So that's, in my opinion, that's gonna be the true difference. That's gonna be the true difference. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be real interesting. I think it might be one of them Fight of the Year candidates. I mean, right now to me, it's still better BF and Yard. You know, Valdez and Navarrete was a good one. I think they got the, you know, Lubin and Ramos got the ability to be even greater than they got the ability to be greater than Ramos, and they got the ability to be greater than Ramos and Navarrete and better Navarrete and Valdez. Got the ability. It might be better than Yard and better BF too. So BF is a good fight. Got boxer puncher versus pressure fighter, you know. And Ramos big, strong, can pop. So I mean, to me, this should be a title fight. You know, both of them putting themselves on the line. They should be fighting for a title, not an interim, not a regular. You know, not a champion in recess, not a recess champion, not a gold, silver. I'd rather have silver and gold. I'd rather have Jesus and silver and gold belt. They should be fighting for something that's significant. You know, in my opinion, they should be fighting for something that's significant. So, you know, that's my humble opinion on it. You know, that's my opinion on it. But yeah, man. I mean, gotta wait and see. how it all lay out and play out. But most people gonna roll with Ramos on this one because they seen Lubin get stopped twice, and they're gonna say Lubin chinny. But Lubin got the ability, he got the experience, he got the speed, he got pop. Ramos fresher, not as much scar tissue, but he, not as much, wear and tear on the body, but he ain't got the experience though. But he been groomed nicely though. He been groomed nicely, dude. And like I said, this is probably one of the better pay-per-view undercards that you're gonna see. So yeah, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance getting notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Check out the Box News playlist for more videos like this. Peace.